Today is January the 11th, 2021. This is the Service Hero Show, 365 Days of Awesome. Celebrate success through service. My name is Tamara Hunter, and I am your host. This is the show where we share inspiring stories of those that are inspiring others. So let's do this. We are having a special show today, and our service hero that is going to be on with us here shortly is actually on site. And so I'm sure she right now is setting up so that she can share with us the valuable information that we will, valuable and powerful, may I say very powerful information that we will be sharing today. I also want to just let you all know that what we are going to be talking about and sharing is going to be possibly difficult for some to watch. I will make an announcement when we're about to show some images that are going to be a bit tough. Yet we need to be able to be real with what is happening out there in the world and those that are serving and are service heroes. And remember, that's what this show is all about. This show is about sharing inspiring stories that are inspiring others. And to share an inspiring story, sometimes we have to share why is it inspiring. And it might be some information that is tough to deal with. So with that said, I do want to welcome and recognize those that are with us right this minute. We have Carol Brown Berzin. So glad you're here, and thank you. We are live on the E360 TV platform. We love the platform. We want to encourage everyone to have it loaded into their phone so you can watch us on the go whenever we are on, and others that support this show. We have our first ambassador of the chat, Helene Wilson. So glad you're here with us. And we have Rachel Johnson, another one of our ambassadors of the chat. And we have Misty she is signing. She must be signing in any moment now because Mistie Layne will be here with us. Who is Mistie Layne? Well, while we're waiting, why not share her? Why not share who is Mistie Layne? I've actually got her video of ever hear Dare to Share the show, Dare to Share with Mistie Layne. Yes, that Mistie Layne. She is also on the E360 TV platform, a very popular show because she gets you to share. And then she'll dare you. To share. So let's watch her intro and see if it maybe sparks her to show up. Now, I know she's signing in, and what we're going to be sharing is definitely worth all of you staying around to see what it is that Misty will be sharing with us today on the Service Hero Show. We have Mistie Layne here with us. Misty, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm tired, but I'm good. I'm good.
Well, you have the support of so many, and I want to say thank you for being here on the Service Hero Show because you and I both know that this is an important subject, and I've already said some of what we're going to be sharing today. It's going to be hard for some to possibly see and hear. However, it is something when you talk about inspiring stories that are inspiring others, you need to understand why is it an inspiring story. And sometimes
Right.
those are tough. And that's where, be that one and dare to share and all the things that you do that are so important that we're grateful for you, grateful that you have the platform that you do. Now, I mentioned that you are on, you're on location. What location are you on? Where are you right now?
I'm at the best cancer treatment hospital in the world. It's MD Anderson in Houston, Texas. And I'm
And
blessed and fortunate to live within a couple hours of here and have this accessible at the drop of a hat. And it's just the most amazing place you can imagine.
MD Anderson.
MD Anderson. If anybody that knows anything about cancer, they've heard of MD Anderson. It's the number one place to get people come from all over the world to this. It's an entire complex. It's not just a hospital. It's buildings upon buildings upon buildings of an entire community in Houston with its own train service and everything. Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
And I have to say that I know of quite a few different ones, and you hear of that this one has this going on and this one has that going on. You hear of Mayo Clinic, you hear of, the Cancer Centers of America, you hear of all these different ones. And I've heard MD Anderson, but I haven't really known anyone that has actually gone to MD Anderson. I'm from Southern California, of course, family from Minnesota. A lot of people, however, now that you've been sharing it, it sounds as though yes, it is absolutely an incredible place to be. And okay, so you're there, and many know that you are a frontline medical worker working in the nuclear medicine and radiology, and doing all of that. You're not there because you're there because your day job, are you?
No. And I just want
She'll be right back. She'll be right back. And I want to recognize everyone that is here with us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing the hugs and love, Sherry McQueen. And this is a very special show that Misty, she and I were, we've been speaking for the last week or so, and as all of this has been going on, and here she is again. Let's bring her back to the line. Okay, here we go.
I
So,
had to just find an area. I'm actually in a specialized floor family area. They have a lot of the private areas closed down because of COVID. So I'm in the only place I could find, and there's people that come in and out. So I'm trying to just like, if you see people in the background, I can't
you
find a
know,
private area.
it's
But
all right. It's all right.
yeah. So I haven't been able to share anything publicly on media, just out of respect and privacy for my family. But I did have a conversation this morning and was given permission to go public with what's happening. So Tamara, like you said, I work in nuclear medicine, so I do a lot of the PET CT scans. I work with a lot of oncology patients, from bone scans to PET CT scans, just the whole realm in radiology. And I've always had a love for those patients. And when I came on board with Chemo Buddies, I came on board because of that reason, because it was part of my world, part of my work, part of what I believed in. And we just don't know in life when God's preparing us for something we don't even know that's yet to come. But we were hit pretty hard by two hurricanes this summer, down in Southeast Texas, Southwest Louisiana. And my mom, her house was hit by both, and they evacuated to my house. It was a very stressful time. My mom's 79. Um, After the second hurricane hit, sometime in September, she brought to my attention she had these little knots all over her head, like under her, under her hair, just kind of on her head, little tiny, tiny little knots. And she has fibromyalgia. So she said, "Oh, I get these sometimes. It's stress. It's fibromyalgia." I said, "I don't know, Mom. I'm not sure that's what that is." And she says, "What it is." Well, we tried to get her with the doctor, but their town, Lake Charles, was completely like 95%. It was pretty much wiped out. Nothing was open. Gas stations weren't even open. Took a while for things to reopen. And then it was just teleconference. You couldn't even, no doctor could feel of it.
Right.
So by the time we finally got her to go, because she was unwilling to go as well, by the time we finally got her to go is when in November, these little knots had turned into these huge knots on her head that were like literally this big and this long across all different parts of her scalp. And they biopsied it and told us, well, it's a 5% chance it's cancer. This isn't cancer. This is something else. And lo and behold, at Thanksgiving, we got the news that it was cancer. It was very aggressive. So my mom has what they call non-Hodgkin's large diffuse B-cell lymphoma. And it has progressed. So let me just back up. So it was a shock. We had no idea. We really thought when the surgeon said 5% chance of cancer, we were really sticking with that and holding on to that this was some other weird thing, that the storm blew in, some virus or some weird thing,
Right.
some parasite got on her head or something,
With everything else that had been happening with you, I mean, you have a refinery that blows up. You have two storms. You have, a tree that comes into the family home.
My grandbaby passed away.
Yes.
Yeah.
On and on that you think, okay, yeah, the storm blew it in. That makes sense.
Yeah, why not, right? It sounds just as feasible as cancer out of nowhere. So, so what ended up happening? Oh no, there's a problem with this. Hang on.
No worries.
I'm sorry.
No worries. We're good.
There it goes. Okay. So, we find out that it is cancer. I make her an appointment right away with MD Anderson because I know it's the best place in the world. It typically takes 2 to 3 weeks to get in because they have to do their own pathology reviews. I mean, they're very, very thorough. They go over every single thing. They have to make sure that their pathology team agrees with the diagnosis from whatever lab ran the pathology, and then get a comprehensive medical record on you before you ever get your first appointment. Well, because of the hurricanes, a lot of records were lost and destroyed, and systems were, so it was a real ordeal to go through right at Christmas time trying to get my mom in here. So I got her an appointment with one of the best doctors. He's been here 22 years. He's the head of the lymphoma at the University of Texas, where they teach. So we went for an outpatient visit, and they always tell you, pack a bag, plan to be there a week. So we got a hotel room. We were planning to be here a week for the PET CT scan, the labs, all the MRI, all the things they put you through, right? So we got into the office, and he took one look at her head and said, "Oh no, this has progressed. Why did you so long?" And so we're like, "Oh, got in as soon as we could. The hurricane, stuff happened." So he's like, "Well, I think we need to just get her admitted, and because sometimes you can do things a little faster as an inpatient than you can an outpatient. They have a lot more control over getting things expedited." And he knew it needed to be expedited. Tamara, do you have those images I sent you this morning on Messenger?
Yeah.
So we can go ahead and share. Let's see, if you'll go out and just for right now, let's just show some pictures of my mom's head, and not we'll focus on, I'll explain those other images later.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I'll get those. Just one moment. Now, this is where I said, guys, this may be difficult to watch. It may be difficult to see. And as soon as she's back, I will bring them on to the screen. let's just say that please be ready to see what you're going to be seeing. This is something that, uh, when you're dealing with cancer and you're healing through the connection, you're healing through this period of time, doesn't mean it's pretty, and it doesn't mean it's easy. It doesn't mean it's always easy. And we know this. And so here she is. Okay, I'm gonna share now. Okay, and I just let everybody know, be ready. Okay, so here we go.
So this is my poor little mama's head. So these tumors just started growing, and I mean growing exponentially. Non-Hodgkin's B-cell lymphoma is a very common lymphoma. The good news is we know how to treat it, but it is very fast growing. It's also very fast to react to treatment. So there's some good news and some good some good things going on with this particular type. But that was when we first got here last week. It's even bigger now. Like there's 3 that have combined into one that's just popping up all over her head and neck. Okay, so what happened was we came in patient. They had thought maybe it was in her brain because it was so progressed. And they did an MRI the first night. Do you have the picture of her board that shows all the list of all the things?
No, I didn't put that on.
Oh, you didn't? It's okay.
I didn't. No, okay. I have some other pictures of her. What what does she normally look like? And so that people can see your beautiful mother. Captured some of these beautiful pictures of your mother, and so that and it's some fun ones too. I mean. Look at this. I mean, a fun personality, and when she's there with you and your younger, these are your girls, and they're you and your mother. The two. I love this picture of the two of you. I love this photo right here, and she calls you digging. Yeah, she calls you what?
Her sunshine girl.
Her sunshine girl. And when I saw this picture, I'll tell you, it just really, warms your heart when you look at, and anybody that knows your story, this is part of that story. This is part of your story. And so when I was talking to you yesterday, and I'm hearing you speak with your mom, I know.
Well, I'm sorry. Today marks 1 year that Eliana passed away.
I know.
Today's the day, and it's just a rough day.
You know what? I'm going to right now take a moment.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. That's all right, because here we go.
Together, we are stronger than sadness. Together, we are stronger than cancer. Together, we are stronger. We are one. We are love. We are hope. We are the ones to change the world with our hearts.
Hi, my name is Caroline Brown Barrison, and I come live to you from Toronto, Canada. This message is for you, Misty. I love you, and I know it's been a hard year for you. And I just want to send out my love and my gratitude to you. And also I want to send out healing, love, and strength to your family. Love you, girl. Stay strong.
Hey there, Misty. I just heard the news, and I just wanted to let you know, got your back, and let me know if you need anything. I'll do the best I can, because gotta share the love. So hope things get better really soon.
Misty, my love, sending out tons of prayers to you, your mom, and your family today. I know that the road you are walking with her is difficult. There's so many questions, so many unknowns. Don't forget to lean on us. We're here for you. There's some of us that have been through that road. Me particular one. I know there's several others, Tamara. But we're here for you. We love you. We are sending love and healing prayers. And if you ever need anybody to talk to, I am here. Please don't hesitate. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Give you a moment to breathe.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you so
welcome.
much, Tamara. Thank you.
You know,
Yeah.
there's so many that love you, and you know, when I realized that it was a year ago today, I thought, you know, and with the hurricanes, and with Ileana, with now your mom, and you know, the homes, and the, you know, your son, just everything, you know, life has just kind of been upside down and all around, and yet you do have a new grandbaby. How exciting
do.
is that?
Yes, he's beautiful. I've gotten to see him once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're there at MD Anderson. Your mother, it sounded like, you know, as you were talking with her last night, my impression was, wow, you know, when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking that has got to be so difficult. And yet you were saying that she's been so brave, and she hasn't even needed as much as of the pain meds and everything that, you know, and everything. And you are there, and that is an incredible feat in itself, because I know that there are so many right now that are dealing with family members that are sending love to you, and they're, you know, like having to be out in the parking lot. They're having to be somewhere else. They can't be in the hospital with their loved one. How were you able to do this?
Well, they have a 0 visitor policy because of COVID, and you know, any cancer patient is immunocompromised. Thank you, Helene. And it's you have to be even more strict, because they can't afford to get any illness. They can't afford, you know, one little setback for them could be life or death. So they're very, I mean, they run this place. It's a tight ship, let me tell you. But, you know, my hospital, I thought, you know, we do everything we're supposed to do, but this is even above and beyond any normal regular hospital would be ran. And so they come in, they clean everything twice, 2-3 times a day. I mean, the railings, the escalators, the buttons, I mean, it's just crazy. It's just amazing. But because my mom has a lot of, she had anxiety. She's 79. She had some confusion going on. Like I said, when we got there, he thought maybe it was into the brain, and because of some of the confusion she had. And because of those reasons, they petitioned for me to be able to stay in-house with her. It had to be approved by the floor, because each floor in this hospital is its own. Like, one's the breast center, one's prostate, one's lung. We're on the lymphoma and myeloma floor, and it's a huge, huge hospital, a huge floor. We're on the 15th floor. But each floor dictates and determines and approves each visitor, depending on what they've got going on the floor. So I was able to be approved. It's such a blessing, because I don't know how my mom, I don't know how any of these patients go through the amount that you have to go through and do it alone. It breaks my heart. And that's, you know, from day one when we arrived for the appointment, you know, COVID has things out in the city not like as skeleton as it used to be, but things still aren't as busy as they were. There's still not as many people on the streets. There's still not as many people sitting out on the patio cafes. It still doesn't look the same. But when you get into this complex in this medical plaza area where all these cancer patients are, it's full on. It's business as usual because cancer doesn't slow down. Cancer doesn't stop because COVID's out there, So it is like a little city in itself, and it's just busy, busy, busy. And that was I think I called you and I said, I just had my very big first awakening how real, this is with cancer because it doesn't slow you down. No. And so I was very blessed and very fortunate to get in here. Now, what MD Anderson is known for is how fast and how quickly they can progress through all the testing, the resources they have. I mean, it's crazy. Like where I work and do the PET CTs, I'm one person doing the PET CTs. They have 20 of me here doing them, 20 of them. And so I see 8 patients a day. They're running 94 to 105 patients a day here through a PET CT scanner. So it's just incredible. And so, I had sent a picture. I don't think you said you downloaded it, but the very first day she was here, we knocked out a brain MRI, PET CT, labs, echocardiograms, EKGs, psych eval, supportive care doctors, oncology. It was like a list, and they just go, physical therapy, occupational therapy, checking everything for her head to toe. And it was a lot. It's overwhelming. It was overwhelming for me, and I'm not even sick, and I'm 53. She's 79, doesn't feel well, and I can't imagine the patient that doesn't have a family member here with them to go through that. It's sad, and I hate COVID for it because, as we always say in Chemo Buddies, nobody should have to go through cancer alone. But the good thing about Chemo Buddies is that even though physically some may have to lay in a hospital room alone, we do have social media. COVID's not stopping that. And we always have each other in our chats and in our community. So I'm thankful for that. But so they did rule out, it's not in her brain. That's been ruled out, thankfully. We were ready to go home. We got all of our testing done. We got into a clinical trial, and we got approved and accepted into it. And then we had some setbacks. We were discharging, had all the supplies brought to the room. I had to leave the room and go downstairs to a PICC line class to learn how to take care of her ports and her PICC lines at home because she's going to live with me. And me being out of the room set her into such a level of anxiety that she went into a full-blown attack. And that, with some medication withdrawals that weren't compatible with chemo, changing her regimen, it threw her into this big old whirlwind of issues. And she had, honestly, she went into a state of delirium. She was hallucinating. It wasn't my mom. No. And I had to leave the room. It scared me. I didn't know what was happening. And then they pulled me out and they're like, you're agitating her. And I'm like, all I did was go to the class. I didn't mean to leave, And so anyway, we had to sit back. We had to stay. They've got her on some new medications now. They seem to be working. I feel like today is the first day my mom is back with all of her senses. She knows where she is. She knows why we're here. If you had asked her a couple of days ago, she thought we were in a hotel and we were here to see the baby. Because we have new babies. We have two little baby boys in our family just born. So, but today she's with it. Her appetite's back, and so we're waiting because we are accepted into the clinical trial. She has to do another biopsy, so they have an extra tissue sample on hand, and then we have to be randomized. And I would love to just take like 5 minutes if you want to. I can talk a little bit about this clinical trial because it is amazing, and I would like to give my spin on the difference between standard treatment and clinical trials.
Absolutely. After one more video.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Video. Here we go.
We are one. We are love. We are hope. We are the ones to change the world with our hearts.
Hi, Misty. I understand everything you're going through. I am so praying for you. sending you virtual hugs. I know you need everyone's support now more than ever, and just love you, my dear sister. Take care. Hang in there. Many, many prayers. You are beloved.
Hi, Misty. I just wanted to let you know I'm thinking about you and hope your mom's doing okay in the hospital. Prayers are with you and lots of love.
Hi, Misty. I just want to let you know that we know you're going through a rough time right now, but you are not alone. We are with you. We are here for you. And we love you so, so much. Stay strong.
Hi, Misty. I just want to let you know, lady, that you are a true warrior, queen. You are an angel. And to know that what challenges that you're dealing with right now, that we have your back. We give you those virtual hugs. And to know that you are just like my other mentor, because I look at you in this sense. You are Wonder Woman to me. You are truly Wonder Woman. So remember that you got this, and that all the blessings will come over and over again in your life, and know that we're here for you and we love you.
Tamara, you're incredible.
Well, you know what? This is the community. This is our community, guys, and this is what we share. And you put out. This is what I was trying to explain today on another show. Is that you put out the call to this community, and literally, I ran out of time to even be able to process everybody's lips, because this is the way it is. We really have so many people that are ready to show up. How can I help? What do you need? Okay, don't even need to say everything. It's just, okay, she needs some love right now. Let's share the love. And oh yeah, okay, what do you need? Okay, got it. Okay, send it right over. So, because we changed, there was another show that was going to be on today, guys. So just to let you know about what this is really all about. It really is about, you put the call out there and immediately they're there. And that's what's so beautiful. And that is what is needed. And that is what I'm so thrilled that we are sharing this right now. And so, yes, let's talk about the real piece of this, because this cancer, there is so much hope when it comes to it. But we've got to understand the ins and outs. We need to understand what are the tools that we can see the kind of hope and make, a difference, besides, of course, having a support group that's going to be there to share the humor, hope, heart hugs, and a whole lot of love. You need the science. You need the people that are going to help us to get everybody through. So let's talk about that now.
Well, we're really fortunate. There's a lot of medical professionals in our family. My daughter's a nurse anesthetist. She's what they call CRNA. So she's high level, highest level you can go. She's very intelligent. Julie's an ER nurse. We've got Jessica, who's a pediatric. We've just tons and tons of medical people in our family. So we have a lot of support. And, regardless of that, my mom is extremely loved by so many. It's been rough for her because she's 79 and she has a really close group of friends that they grew up together since grade school. They call themselves the Yaya Sisterhood.
Oh, and, I love
that. She's lost 3 of her very dear friends in the last 3 months. Her very best friend passed away a month ago, and she has a lot of fear of death. At that age, that's something that's on people's minds. So then you sprinkle a cancer that's progressed stage 3, stage 4 into your bones and your spleen on top of that. And it's pretty doom and gloom in her head. What the prognosis for her, she thinks she's going to die. Well, like I said in the beginning, the good news about B-cell lymphoma is it's been around. They know how to treat it. It typically responds well to treatment. The doctors feel if she responds to the treatment that they can have her in remission in 6 months. That's, you know, that's amazing. It's amazing considering where she is right now. So my goal is, you know, to get my mom to a place post cancer that's even better than she's going into it, because with all the stress and her house being upside down and, you know, just everything, reevaluate all her medications and just do a complete workup head to toe, I feel like she's going to come out even stronger at the end of it. I really do.
And
I stay positive.
And that is part of even why the song, you know, the two different versions that we're hearing today, but we are stronger. We are stronger. Yeah. And so, in fact, okay, I'm going to share another one.
Human hope, hearts, hugs, love, love, love. Human hope, hearts, hugs, love, love, love. Human hope, hearts, hugs, love, love, love. Human hope, hearts, hugs, love. We are one. We are love. We are hope. We are one to change the world with our hearts.
Hi, Misty. I just want to let you know that you're in my heart, in my prayers, and that I love you. No matter what, don't forget that you are a gift to the world, and the world needs your gift. When you think that you're at your wit's end, just remember, keep on keeping on.
Live from Fairfield, California, in front of Sutter Medical Clinic. Mapuana's in there getting her blood for this week because she gets her chemo. But look, hey man, I was asked to send you a love, to send some aloha, that you just feel the need for your family, impactor, misfit, all of us, all over your ohana to send you love. You know Coach Chuck shares some love. So I just want to say plenty prayers and aloha going to you in these times that you're in, my beautiful sister. And as Mapuana would say, this too shall pass. I love you so much. Have a blessed day. Aloha.
Hey, what's up, Misty? I just wanted to let you know how loved and appreciated you are by me. I mean, I'm sure you're loved and appreciated by all kinds of people, but I love and appreciate you for who you are. You're somebody that has challenged me to keep putting a spotlight on my shadow world, to keep living in truth. Watching you on your journey, watching you grow has also inspired me, and it's pushed me to push myself and just continue to stretch my own self. You inspire me a great deal, and I always think about our first time we met in person and those conversations that we had that were so powerful, so authentic, and so real. And you often give me credit for being a real one, but the truth is you created the space for me to be real. I'm not really comfortable around a lot of people, and you made me feel like I was a brother to you, and that has always meant a lot to me. I love you so much, and I just want you to know how important you are to me, but I'm sure I can speak for thousands and thousands of other people. You matter. We love you, and you are so important to us. And on a personal note, I'm so excited to see what God does through you this year. God bless you.
Tamara.
Yeah, a lot of people that really care. I'll tell you, they kept coming, they kept coming, they kept coming.
You care. You did all this. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. Absolutely, I care. Of course, I do. I care tremendously about you and what you're going through. And you are, you know, we are sharing the love with you because that is what this is all about. And you, my dear, you know, you will always remember this moment where you were there at one of the very best hospitals. You had that ability. You were invited to be able to stay with your mother and how much she needed it and how much, truthfully, probably you needed to be here with her too, to make sure that she was being taken care of the way that you know that she needs to be taken care of. What a blessing that is. And then to know that so many people have your back, that they love you, that they're here with you, especially on today, you know, because today is it's pretty amazing. And you chose to go public today to share with people, to say, okay, we can make a difference in this. We can really do this together. So the message is we can, and that the medical world is they are evolving to a point. So you're very hopeful.
Yeah, and you know, I just want to say, anyone that's listening, you know, don't think you can outsmart cancer. Don't think you can outsmart medicine. If you have something on you that's suspicious, go get it checked out. Don't wait, because waiting can make a difference. I mean, thankfully in my mom's cancer, lymphoma is treated the same, whether you catch it month 1 or month 6, they treat it the same. But in other cancers, that's not the case. So, you know, pay attention to your body, be aware of your body, any little change like that. So what if it turns out to be nothing, then at least you know, but don't delay.
Right. So important. And then clinical studies are something to not be afraid of, are they? So many people are like, oh, I don't want to be a guinea pig. That's the days of long gone, long ago, if there ever were any days like that. But the clinical studies are things that there can be a lot of benefits to them, can't there?
There is. And, you know, I'm one of those. I'm all about science. I'm a scientist. I'm all about the research. But, you know, Tamara, I have to say, when it's your mom, even then, it stops you in your tracks. And you have to really say, well, I don't know. Do I want my mom in a clinical trial? You know, I always go back to due diligence. You have to do your due diligence. You have to listen to your doctors, and then you have to go on your own and research it and get your gut instinct as well. I feel like your gut instinct is going to guide you. You know, there's a lot of things that come into play. You know, you have to look at the patient's age, their mental capacity, their physical strengths, their heart strength, if they can endure the treatment. Because the thing about lymphoma is there's been a standard care of treatment around since the 70s, and we know it works. It works.
Right.
There's also a high probability or a good chance that within 2 years the lymphoma comes back, and then they have to fight it a second time. This particular trial, and I'd like to it's going to get a little technical, but I would like to go through it because someone's going to hear it that may need to know about it. Yes. This particular trial, it was really appealing to me because it isn't something brand new. It's something that's been around for years, but they've used it to treat the relapse of lymphoma. They've never used it for the initial treatment before. And there's a lot of advantages. And I've just trying to read through it. And it's a lot. It's hard to understand, you know, but I just do my best and try to get through it. In a nutshell, it's you have your standard, like I said, care treatment that works. Then you have this clinical trial, which you can get 2 different branches of. You can get Robuxin, which is something they've treated and been around. It's called R-CHOP, is the cocktail of the chemo. Then you have Mosin, which is a short name for some big old long name, and it's called M-CHOP. It's like having a 1-headed beast and a 2-headed beast, okay? So the way it works is you have this one thing that goes in and clamps down and bites the B cells, the blastoma cells, which are infected with cancer. And just that grabbing and biting into them causes them to lose blood. They start to die. They become necrotic, and your body excretes it out. That works. That's one branch of this. That's the R-CHOP branch. The other side of the clinical trial, and we don't know which side we're getting because it's a randomized study. It's a 50-50 chance. Is called the M-CHOP, and it has two of these jaws that go in. One antigen goes and attacks the B cell, which your B cells in your body, they fight, they're soldiers. They're like the ones that can punch and kick, you know, they're the muscle, right? But then you have T cells in your body, which also fight against infection, but they're the smart ones. These are the ones that know how to strategize. They'll outsmart, and they have a memory. They develop memory. So the advantage of getting this one, if we get on it, is that you have the one that's going to attack that B cell and bite into it and start killing the cell. But attached to it is a second head that grabs a T cell and puts it side by side with the B cell. So as this B cell starts to die, the T cell's going, hey, this must be bad. Let's attack it. So it puts these prongs in it and further starts to deteriorate and kill the B cells, killing it much faster. But while it's doing that, it's learning that those B cells are bad. So what the trial is for, and what they think, and they're already on phase 3, what they think is going to be the outcome is that these T cells can learn that this B cell is bad. And when and if the patient does have that reoccurrence of lymphoma, those T cells are going to go to work automatically and start fighting against it.
You know what I think of? It's like Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, yeah.
You know,
I think a little alligator.
Yeah, the Pac-Man. Okay, I have a couple more messages for you. They're not as, because they kept coming in and I didn't have a chance to process them yet. I don't want them to go unseen. So let's share a couple more thoughts.
Please, thank you.
Okay, here you go.
Hi, Misty. Hey, connecting to nature, you know this. It is healing. I'm in a beautiful place. I'm coming to you from Lakewood Ranch here in Sarasota County, Florida. I just want to let you know how much I care about you. You know, I feel blessed that I know you. You have gone through some very difficult, challenging times this last year. But your strength gives me strength. The fact that you are persistent and keep on pushing through this with gratitude and love. I want to let you know that I love you so very much. I care about you. I'm sending God's healing powers for your mother and for you and for your family. Take care. Try and have as good a day as possible, even in the bad, difficult, painful moments. We can, in fact, learn and grow from that if we have this attitude of gratitude. It just makes things better. God bless you, Misty. Take care. Know that I love you. And just enjoy this view.
There.
Hi, Misty. Just wanted to let you know that I'm thinking about you. Wanted to let you know I'm sending you and your mom lots of healing thoughts and prayers and love. Feel free to reach out if you need anything. Love you, Misty. Bye.
Oh, mani peme hum. 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 Oh,
So sweet.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be my guest on my Dare to Share show this week, and we canceled in lieu of everything. And she's a very sweet lady.
Yes, absolutely. And then she was supposed to be on the show today with her intention and with her daughters too. And I said, well, we're going to be putting that to Friday because I'm going to be sharing. And then I told her, and it was the middle of the night where she is, and she actually sang that for you and did that whole connection with. And that, for anybody that doesn't know, Linda Duong is actually in Australia, and you know, she's sending that love for you and for the memory of your granddaughter and yes, Ileana, and for the healing for your mom and just all of it. And then that song, she really wanted you to be able to have it, to continually be listening to it, because there's the healing properties within it. Many believe. So there you go.
I tell you, it's amazing. Support means everything, you guys. It's true. You can get through things so much better when you know you got people pulling for you. Because sometimes, you know, one thing I want to say is a lot of feedback I get now that I've gone public with my story, that a lot of people associate with my name is resiliency. They say you've been through so much, but you know what? I get that strength from my mama. You know, I get that strength from my family, because there's days where I don't feel like I'm very resilient. There's days I just want to lay down on the ground and give up. But it's my kids, it's my family, it's my friends, it's my loved ones that pull me up and prop me up. And you guys, don't ever take those things for granted. Be grateful every day, because there's so much in the world that's wrong and not going right. But open your eyes to the things that are good and that are going right. You know, you have to be aware of the good. Don't focus on the bad.
Yes, and all those that are here for you and at the very last minute and say, absolutely, I'll get it right back to you. Absolutely, I want her to know how much I care, how much I'm there with her, how much I love her. And you've got so many people that absolutely believe and love you and are there with you and are standing alongside you. And that is priceless. That is absolutely priceless. And that is what you are helping us to build throughout the world right now.
Yeah, and I never in a million years, Tamara, when I agreed to be vice president of Chemo Buddies for Life, knew that it would be for me and my mom one day. You know, I never knew God was preparing me and preparing this community to help as many people as I believe in my heart we will help worldwide. And I'm thankful for it, and thankful for you so much. And I'm thankful for my mom's friends that she's had since kindergarten that are still alive, that are by her side and, you know, call every single day. And, you know, my stepdad, he's got some dementia, and he just, you know, he's going through a rough time too, you guys. If you could pray for him. He's, you know, dementia's hard on its own, and all the familiar things are gone with their house, with the hurricane. Now his wife's not at home. Thankfully, my son Austin is in a space in his life where he was able to move into their home to help manage his meds and take care of him. And there's, like I said, so many blessings around us. But he's going through it too, you guys. You got to remember the spouses and the mothers and the kids of these cancer people, because they go through it and feel the pain right along with them.
Well, that's why we always say the patient and those people that love and support the patient, they need a buddy too. So you would be a support buddy, her husband a support buddy, all the friends support buddies, you know, and then your mom, the patient buddy. And that's the way it is set up, because that is so important for everyone to remember, because many times it is the support people, because look at what they are having to do in this particular story, one story of many stories. Every day these stories are taking place throughout the world. You've got Misty that is living at the hospital, her son Austin now living in another location to take care of great or his step grandpa, and
The
make
house
sure.
isn't even finished yet. House is still upside down from hurricane damage.
Right. All of these different things that are upside down, and now their lives are upside down, yet they pull together, and we as a community need to then be there to support those that are upside down with all of it. And when we do this, we will literally be able to change the way cancer is done throughout the world. Well, throughout the world,
Yeah.
share this kind of love.
I'm not the
gonna let-
patient, and I know it's hard to say, but speaking as the caretaker of a patient or the family member is, you know, you have to be careful not to feel like a victim, because it's easy to get into that. But, you know, everything I've been through in my life, I just feel like I know in my heart God wouldn't be putting this on my plate if he knew I couldn't handle it. There's a reason for it. It might not even be to serve my mom. It might even be something down the line that I'm going to come across in Chemo Buddies years from now. But there's a reason for this, and I'm just going to learn from it and accept it and know that I'm going to get through it, and know that my mom will get through it because God said she could, you know, and she's got support.
And we are here together. We are here together. And and what I love this too is that everybody is engaging with each other, and we have and please understand, and Misty, that there's no apologies in this. You are a support buddy. You are a buddy, and a support buddy is just as important as the patient buddy. And yes, we are not victims in this, and we can be stronger together. Thus, the song and the two different versions that were shared today is that we can share humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love. We are the ones. We are hope. We are the ones that are going to change the world with our hearts, and we are stronger together for it.
Together, absolutely.
Yes. So we are going to. You were going to say?
I was just going to ask you if you have the picture I sent you of me bandaging my mom's head when she had that cute little smile on her face. Do you have that?
I have one picture of her with the bandage.
Because I think
I didn't load it. I didn't load it.
There's just a picture I think sums up everything, that even as scared as she is, and even, you know, uncertainty with her age and how she's going to handle it, just knowing that other people have gotten through it. We were bandaging up her head, and she had this cute little smile on her face, just enough to let me know she's still in there fighting. And I needed to see that, you know, and I think it just sums everything up perfectly. But
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're going to be fine. Thank you, Tamara.
You're welcome. We love you, and we've got to go.
You.
So make it the best day, guys. See you on Wednesday. And
Thank
tonight,
you all. Love you.
buddies, tonight, closed group. Bye.